is an armchair expert, but he makes mistakes all the time. Thank God Monica's here. She's gonna let him have the facts.
I got my hair cut today. Barb did my hair.
Where'd you find Barb? Barb Chopstick? What'd you say?
Don't ever say that again.
What did you say?
Barb Thompson.
Thompson. Okay.
She's awesome. And she's done my hair before. She did it for a gala.
Okay.
One of the only galas I've ever been to. And she's great.
Always a bridesmaid, never a gala.
I know. And she said you did a great job.
Are you growing your hair out on your legs too?
Don't look. I just haven't shaved. Fuck.
Oh, but I didn't know if you were making a decision like everyone's making. That was a fair question.
God.
What happened? I'm sorry.
I can't believe you did that. I
wanted to celebrate you if you were embracing.
Fuck that. No.
Okay.
I take care of my hair.
Okay.
I just haven't, and it's hot out.
Yeah, that's great. Can you understand there's a movement where women aren't shaving anymore? And I thought maybe you joined that movement.
I was really actually self-conscious.
Oh, and I made it worse.
Get noticed. And I was like, there's no way anyone will notice. And you noticed immediately.
I'm very observant. You know this about me.
I know.
I don't miss a thing.
It just takes a long time to shave.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I shave my arms now. I have all this money tied up in these tattoos, and I want them to be visible.
That makes sense. Well, I also I have to groom my arms, my legs, my armpits,
I know,
my vagina parts.
Yeah, and I feel terrible for you. I've said that now that I'm grooming a lot.
Yeah, it sucks. Speaking of, how's the cashmere? We haven't even seen it in a while.
Well, you know who's a real producer is Delta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are you collecting?
Yeah, it's growing. Although I'm now thinking I might have a nice deposit in the drawer in my bathroom.
Oh,
I think maybe I haven't transferred some to the the main storage.
Okay, great.
Okay. I had been wanting to tell you a story.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we all went to Monster Jam on Saturday.
Yeah. Describe we all.
Okay, so we all is Charlie and the boys, Ace and Wilder, the two handsomest men in Los Angeles. And then my girls, Lincoln and Delta, and then Delta's friend.
Fun.
Yeah, and then Eric. Yeah. That's all. So we went. It was immediately fun. It's so fun. Monster Jam's so fun. We got to ride in the 12-passenger monster truck. That's great. I was kind of not clocking any of this, but apparently Delta and her friend had brought their two most important stuffies in a red bag. I didn't know that. I probably would have been like, maybe we don't bring them into the event.
Can you describe the stuffies?
Yes, it's imperative that people understand the stakes here. So anyone that knows Delta would know her son Groot.
Oh my God.
Groot
I don't even count Groot as a stuffy. When you said that, I wasn't thinking of him. He's a real boy.
He really
unlike
is.
the robot.
I don't know that I've ever seen, and I had very deep relationships with my stuffies. I had 3 bears that I loved, and I thought about them, and if I was gone too long, I felt guilty. I was very in touch and close with my stuffies.
What were their names?
I didn't name them. Just one was a polar bear, one was a brown bear, and one was like a
panda?
Koala bear. They were different breeds, so I didn't breeds.
I see.
The species.
So you just said koala, polar.
I just never was
you never called
addressing them. I was just squeezing them and feeling guilty.
But what if it was downstairs and you had to tell your mom oh my God, Polar is missing?
That would never
it would never happen.
I would never
lose track.
Never.
Okay.
And they didn't travel out of my room either because I was too afraid something would happen to them in the wild. Okay, but to put this in perspective, Groot goes everywhere with us. Mm-hmm. Groot has truly a bigger wardrobe than Delta.
Yeah.
He has many different jammies. He has swimwear. He has
for Delta's birthday, she'll often ask for clothes for Groot.
That's all she asks for is things for Groot. Ugh. And he has books he reads, and he's an artist, and she makes him dinner, and he it's such a huge part of her life, Groot. And then I didn't know this. I learned this recently about Groot. She was kind of explaining what was going on with him athletically. And then I said, is Groot disabled?
Oh.
And she said, yeah, Groot is disabled. And I said, oh, what's his disability? And she said, well, he's half tree and half boy. So he needs to breathe carbon dioxide as a tree, but he needs to breathe oxygen as a boy. So his lungs are like half dedicated to breathing. And so that's kind of an impairment for his cardiovascular. Additionally, this is all real. Like, I didn't even know Groot was disabled.
Well, obviously.
But I just had a hunch. There was some way she was talking about his athleticism and his outfit.
Sure.
I don't know. I asked, and he is. And then she went on to tell me another challenge he has is he's got both veins. And then he also has to have plumbing for the water.
Yeah.
So it's like his body's sharing a lot of.
Wow. Double duty.
Double duty. Also, his bark hasn't come in, and that's going to make him more stable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on.
Okay. Wow.
And I'm going to be honest, I love Groot. Like, he's also my grandson. And when we snuggle at night, I go, I want a little time with Groot. So he has to be in my
does everyone have to leave?
No. Just, I will want Groot in my left nook and Delta in my right nook if we're all laying together. But she's got to give me some grandpa visits.
Okay, never mind.
Anyway. Uh-oh.
Never mind. I don't want to say.
Okay, good. I'm afraid
it's because you like him in your nook and like a kid.
Yeah, like a little baby boy. So, okay. So, great time. We're having the best time. Now we're up in this huge suite. There's like 50 people in there. It's a blast. It's hectic. And Delta comes up like mid-show. Again, I'm going to say it. I've said it before. There's no better show on earth than Monster Jam. It starts and it doesn't let up. Race, stunts.
Yeah.
So it's a party. We're eating food. And then Delta comes up to me and she is, she's past... like she's, I don't want to say she's hyperventilating. She is so scared and panicked. And she said, we lost Groot. And I'm like, what do you mean? I didn't even know Groot was in here. We lost the bag. So her friend was in charge of carrying the bag. She brought it in here. Someone maybe stole it or whatever. And I'm like, okay, no one stole it. Everyone that came is still here. No one left mid-time, So now we start scouring all the bathrooms in there, and then we go through systematically, and we look under every single chair. This takes 35, 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. I'm missing the Monster Jam.
Sure. But you can hear it still.
I can hear it. That is helpful. And I say at some point, okay, it's not in here, which means it didn't come up here.
Oh.
Now, we arrived and we went right out onto the arena floor to take that ride. So it's like we're 7 stories up. That was pre-show. So now Charlie and I
take him into the monster truck?
Yes. Yeah, so, here becomes the investigation. So then Charlie and I'm like, I made a video of them I'm like, did they even bring the bag out of the car?
Right.
I'm like,
Let's hope not.
I took pictures.
Yeah.
I take some, there's the red bag. Then I have footage of them getting on to the monster truck and she's carrying the bag. We don't have footage of them getting off, but I'm like, she would have never set it down in the elevator or on the walk. It definitely had to get left in the truck. So now... Exactly. And we're now mid-show. This is hours later. And is
that truck like out on the thing?
No. That truck has now been already put in a trailer to go to the next Monster Jam. So I asked
a movie.
My friend Sally, who I've been going to Monster Jam with Sally as our host for, 8 years now.
Yeah.
She's an incredible lady.
Nice.
She's an armchair.
Oh, shout out.
She's so sweet. And I'm like, I don't know what else to do, but like, here's the situation. She's a mom. She put out a full court press. I'll try to get into that truck. Like, I'll try to find the truck in the parking lot and try to get into this semi to get into this monster,
my God.
blah, blah, blah. So like an hour goes by and Delta's really like, she lost her son.
Oh my God.
And I'm very pessimistic. I'm like, who knows? They set that bag down anyway. There were so many bags and so many things and so much equipment. And it's in an arena. So I was really, really pessimistic. And then the show ends. And then we just sit there for another 45 minutes while the whole place clears out. We're kind of like waiting to see if they're going to find Groot. And then she says, well, you guys are free to, if you want to just wait in the car. So anyways, we go sit in the car now. And then I get a text from Sally and it's a picture of her and she's elated and she's holding the bag. She found the bag in a random golf cart somewhere.
No.
Yeah. It was
on its way to the trash.
On its way to a sex trafficking.
Don't say that. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a tale.
Oh my God. It was the amount of relief I felt.
So obsessed, scary.
When that bag returned. You know, I was starting to think about what our next 2 weeks to a month. Like, I was like, this is going to be.
Imagine what it's like to lose your son. You never get over it.
Yeah, it's going to be devastating in a way that I'm not sure how we're all going to deal with. We lost Groot forever.
That is.
And then I said to her, I was like,
scary.
Once we had Groot, I was like, I started thinking, like, what do I do? Would you have wanted me to find the same Groot? And she's like, no. Yeah, because it's real and he's real and there's no replacing him.
Well, and so she answered our long lasting question about would you clone?
Would you clone your dog or your kid?
She won't.
She won't. Yeah, I guess she has.
She's like me.
Yeah, she has. I guess she has ethics. I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know what that means ethically.
Oh, gosh, that's why. But okay, if he had gotten in the monster truck and then got sent to the next monster truck show, that's a kid's book. That's a children's book.
And like they love him and he becomes kind of a mascot for Monster Jam.
Yes, but then he returns back home always.
Yeah, but he's like, now he chews tobacco and he's grown up a little bit.
We have different versions of the story.
Well, he's on the Monster Jam tour.
Yeah, he is. He's on the tour.
He's not going to like symposiums on physics.
But it's very Toy Story.
Yes. He could have been on a real adventure.
I don't think all the dust from the monster truck would be good for his lungs.
Well, not given what I've learned about his. Yeah. Now, what if like the driver of Gravedigger found him and started keeping him on the dash?
Oh.
And we could then we were watching and he was riding on the dash proudly.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Oh, it was really an event. Yeah, so I missed a good half of Monster Jam, both looking for and then panicking over.
Sally, really hero.
Sally, oh my God, the hero of all heroes.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to ask me at some point what I would pay for his safe return, it would have been embarrassing.
I know, but Dax, that's life. It's like you can't buy health. Well, actually, I mean, to an extent you can, which is a problem. But, that's why health is the most important thing we have.
And just being there, I guess.
Being alive.
Yeah, being there. Being present.
Being present. Well, I'm also grateful because I immediately got codependent for the girl, the friend. So, can you imagine?
No, I know. So that was all happening. She now feels so guilty and she's crying. Yes. Delta's crying inconsolably.
Yep.
Her friend's crying.
Yeah.
And
this is the worst
I'm
day.
like the dad watching. And so I kept going, oh, sweetie, it's totally okay. Delta should have been carrying her own bag. It's not.
That's nice.
Yeah. I was like trying to comfort her and trying to comfort Delta. Her Groot is in there too.
Oh, it is?
She's got the double whammy. She's lost her stuffy and she lost Delta's stuffy.
Who was her stuffy?
I didn't get a good gander at it once they were all reunited. I didn't even know we were bringing stuffies to Monster Jam.
Not anymore.
I hope not. And then, okay, now this is the thing that we go back to. We've been talking about this the last few episodes. I'm like, and I'm talking to Charlie and Eric. I'm like, all I got to do is keep trying to find Groot and not say, this is why we don't bring. What you want to say as a parent is, this is why we don't bring stuffies to sporting events.
Yep.
And I was like, she has learned that lesson. I don't need to tell her that. She is in major discomfort.
Yeah.
And so I let it go. But then on the way home, I was just saying how grateful I was that he's back.
You're slipping it in a little bit?
A little bit. Okay. And then I said, he's just so valuable. We got to make sure that we're safe when we bring him places. She goes, but he can't just be a boy that lives at home and doesn't go and do things. I can't just be protecting him from it. And I'm like, I know that's a great point, but there's a ton of things we can take him to so he's not stuck in the house, but that are also maybe not so distracting as Monster Jam.
This is complex because this is how you feel about your kids. This is how you parent them. You're like, I'm going to let them go explore the world. Mm-hmm. And another person could say, look, they're a little too valuable for that. Don't let them just go down the street to Ralph's.
Right.
where there's crazies.
Yeah.
So it looks like she's
inherited my parenting.
Looks like it's nurtured.
Yeah, in this case.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I would have been
You
really,
understand.
Yeah, I would have been so sad if Groot, I mean, I would have been happy for him if he was on an adventure, but we know that really he would have gone in the trash.
Well, he's so cute.
Dax, missing persons after like 48 hours, they're dead.
Okay, so you think he might someone murder him?
Trash.
Okay. I just can't imagine holding that little guy. He's so sweet looking.
Oh, I know.
I told her that's why I didn't know he had a disability, because he's so smiley. I have no idea he's suffering from anything. He's in a perpetually great mood.
Well, that's the thing. Is he in pain? Or
it sounded like there's some pain accompanying these.
Okay.
Yeah. The
Now,
whole carbon dioxide thing is.
Trick her into getting like pain meds for him.
I might see if we can get
no.
some nerve blockers.
Oh my God. Wow. That isn't quite an adventure. I'm really glad that had a happy ending.
Oh, me too. Anything fun happened to you?
Yeah. Okay. So you've been gone a couple days.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I've watched 2 full seasons of You. The show You, which reminds me, I want to play the thing.
That's a show about me?
Exactly. It's about time that we revisit that because I'm watching it.
Oh, it's such a great exchange.
Okay, let's.
Laura Ingraham?
Yeah.
You want me to put on the TV?
Oh, yeah, you can. This is my favorite clip of all time. And now it has extra meaning because I'm watching the show.
Is it a great show?
I love it. It has really Veronica Mars vibes.
Oh, fun.
But it's like Dexter meets Veronica Mars. But I've never seen Dexter.
Okay.
Okay, let's watch this real quick.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching an episode of You where measles came up. Wait. When did I mention measles? I don't know. It was on You. Wait, what was on me? What are you talking about? The measles and the vaccine I never had the measles. Was on You. We never did a measles and vaccine episode. Is this a joke? I know what you're talking about. It was on You. It was on You. I've never had Raymond. I've never had measles. What are you talking about? It's stupid. It was an episode of a show, Laura. What's it called? You never done a show on measles. I just completely give up. We gotta go. It's a show I give up called You on Netflix. It's a show called Laura and I'm moving on to Adele. I can't explain this to you.
What are you talking about? So stupid.
It's so funny.
It's a real life Who's on First.
It really is.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, so I started You random. It like popped up as the next. This never works out.
Right. Auto recommend.
Autoplay or whatever. And I was like, sure, why not? Watch the whole thing. And then last night stayed up so late I couldn't even look at the time. I was too afraid to look.
Oh, wow.
And watched all of season 2.
How many episodes in each? 10?
10.
So you watched 20
They're
episodes.
They're like 45-ish minutes.
Whoa.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, so it is Penn Badgley from Gossip Girl, who I loved back then, Dan Humphrey.
Okay, great.
And he has a podcast, but also I saw there's like an Instagram kind of viral video of him like dancing on one of these talk shows. And I was well.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh yeah, I love him.
Oh yeah.
And then he pops up.
Dancing is attractive.
Yes, you know what? It is.
Okay.
I'm gonna circle back.
Okay.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Right. You just didn't put it very high on the list.
Yeah, but turns out it's really high.
Yeah.
So anyway, then it pops up and he's a stalker. Like he's obsessed with this woman.
Uh-oh.
There's like murder.
Ooh.
He's a psychopath, but it's a love story and he's hot. And it's confusing.
Yes.
It's sexy, but scary.
Yeah. Very thin line for women there.
Well, I know. And I hated myself, of course.
Sure.
I heard him say on an interview something like that, like, or someone asked, like, what do you think of when people say he's hot?
Yeah.
And he was like, he's a killer.
Right.
So I saw that clip before I watched the show and I was like, yeah, he's right. This is, people are crazy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I'm like, he's hot.
Yeah.
He's also tricky because he's like kind of a good boyfriend if he wasn't a murderer and putting people in cages.
Right.
Yeah.
Who just was everyone obsessed with that's also was a murderer? Wasn't there recently someone everyone thought was hot? Is it the United Health assassin?
God. Yeah.
Were people like really horny for him?
Yes.
Luigi.
That one, that's real life, so I find that much more complicated. I do not think he's
You don't
hot.
think he's hot?
No, I don't think there's anything good
Would
about
you think
killing.
he was hot without the murder?
There's no way for me to know.
Yeah, you can't go back in time. He's got very powerful eyebrows.
I don't think murder is hot in real life, and I don't think vigilantes are hot.
Okay.
I'm going to say that.
Good to know.
I'm not, there's a lot of people that are like, good for him.
Oh, yeah.
And I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree wholly.
Yeah. I think that industry is evil, and I don't think you're allowed to kill people.
Exactly. Yeah. Except in the show, sometimes he does kill some people I really don't like.
Mm-hmm.
And it is vigilante. And like, it's for kids. Sometimes he protects kids. He's weird. He's like kind of this like good friend. And
hard to pin down. Mixed messages.
Really,
of course you're horny for him,
mixed messages.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am loving it.
Oh, wow. That's great.
5 seasons.
There's 5 seasons. Oh, so you're fucked for the whole week.
I know.
So what time did you go to bed? Do you know?
I really don't know, but I was so tired when my alarm went off at 9.
Okay, yeah.
And so
probably
then I had to go back to bed. Probably 3.
Wow, you're nasty.
I can't help myself.
I know, you're indulgent.
And because I'm scared a little. Like, it's very cliffhanger-y. It's very good at keeping you on the hook.
Yeah.
So I'm a little too scared in those scenarios to go to bed. Like, I need to know how it's completed. But they do a good job at the end of each season, too.
You
so
never know.
I did start episode 3, but then I was like, Monica, no.
Yeah, you got to stop.
I got to stop. So I turned it off about halfway through that. When I woke up this morning, after so much murder, I was like, I think I need to take a break today. Because it really gets infiltrated. And then it made me think this is what's happening with boys in video games.
Oh.
It's like a constant, they're living in this world that's dark and bleak and they're shooting people and stuff. And then like reality starts to disappear.
You're feeling that happen to you?
Well, I just could see it.
This is your OCD. Like this is you think you're a killer or you think you're a pervert.
In this show, it's a lot of voiceover because you're hearing his thoughts.
Yeah.
And so then today I was kind of hearing my thoughts like that.
Right.
And I thought I need to take a break.
Yeah, take a little break.
No, but I also really want to know what happens.
Keep going.
All right, let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about. You know, I get really tunnel vision. It is easy. I get why. Yeah. I get how it happened.
She's only so culpable. It was very confusing.
But it was just...
And he didn't do a good job. Like, he should have recognized what was going on much sooner and said, it's a television show on Netflix and the title is You.
And the title is You.
Yes, and not Laura Ingraham.
But he did end up saying it's a show on Netflix called You. And she still saw our show on Netflix.
But he did say I was watching You about 7 times before it's a show on Netflix.
It's so good. I almost feel like it's fake and I don't want to like look too into it.
I don't think so.
I don't either.
It's such a genuine reaction from her.
All right. Well, that's it. Let's move into facts.
Yeah, facts.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
So facts for Nick Kroll.
When he said daddy's money, when he brought that, I keep thinking how funny that was when he said that. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Like, I don't care because I have daddy's money.
Yeah, that was so funny. Also, I wrote down specifically when he said, sick little cutie. Yeah. I laughed so hard at sick little cutie. I thought that was the funniest. Oh, just a sick little cutie.
Yeah, he was a mess. He was coughing and snorting. A little indigestion there for a minute. I fucking loved it.
It was great.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of like, oh, sick little cutie is kind of like my kink.
That is your kink.
Yeah.
Sick little cutie. That could be your clothing line.
Sick little cuties.
Sick little cuties.
Anyway, that was just, it really made me laugh. He's so funny.
But it's more than that. He's got that thing some people have where he is just like infinitely comfortable in his own skin, which is so appealing.
Yeah.
It's such a comforting
Confident.
personality type.
It is.
Yeah. The women came after me. Just should I tell you that?
What do you mean?
The women what I thought was an incredibly obvious joke about period underwear
yeah, it was
and
a
Tampax. Such a joke. Some women really came at me hard.
I think they also might. I don't know if they really think that or if they're like playing along.
They're playing your role, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We really did uncover, though, something with the X.
Yeah, I know.
Because MaxiPad,
yeah,
Tampax.
MaxiPad would have been the first.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then Nix. And then.
Thinks.
What is it?
Thinks. That's another brand of.
Spanx. And they go on your. They cover your.
But,
okay.
Yeah, women. X, because X
Someone
chromosome.
said that. Someone suggested that in the comments. And I think that's brilliant. And I don't think that's what it is. But that's a brilliant.
How could you possibly know?
I'm just trying to imagine the Tampax people going like, okay, let's call it. It's a tampon, but let's build on that and let's add X because of the chromosome.
What's your idea?
That they wanted to imbue a sense of max, like max comfort, max absorption, max freshness, max. What was the word?
Huh?
They had the word attached to Tampax in the ad we showed.
Oh, radiant.
Max radiance.
But it's not. It's Tampax.
Yeah.
Not Tamax.
Tampaximum.
I think it's X chromosome.
It's good. It's good. We'd have to track down whoever named
MaxiPad. That's the original. I bet you can do that and come back to us.
Do you think they're alive?
Ooh. Probably their kids or kids of kids.
Okay. Well, while you read a fact, I'm going to ask AI if the inventor of MaxiPads is still alive.
Okay, great.
Is the inventor of MaxiPads still alive?
If people listen to the CTE episode with Chris Nowinski, and then also it came up in another episode, the P Baby. We had AI make a video of us originally talking about the P Baby, the original story of P Baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm going to post it tomorrow. But so by the time you listen to this, it will be posted. And I really, really recommend people going to watch this. It'll be on our Instagram. Because for one, the story is just, you need a good reminder of the P Baby. But the AI is hilarious.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
And it's like a version of you and me. Like the AI made versions of us. It's so
I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
Were you holding this as a surprise for me?
No, I was
just forgot.
I'm doing stuff, you know?
Sure, you got things to do.
Anyway, so check that out. Check out the P Baby and the AI. It just reminded me AI.
Okay, great.
Did it respond?
Well, it had to have. Mary Beatrice Davidson Kenner, an African-American inventor, is renowned for her development of the adjustable sanitary belt, a precursor to the modern MaxiPad. Okay, so they really went back. That was 1912.
Oh, wow.
She passed away in 2006, so that's off the table. Kenner's invention, patented, featured a moisture-proof pocket designed to hold menstrual pads securely in place. The innovation. Okay, Kenner faced racial discrimination. That's a bummer. And of course, was awarded 5 patents. In summary, Mary Beatrice Davidson Kenner passed away in 2006. Okay, so I don't know if we're giving her credit for a MaxiPad or she did the belt.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we didn't learn anything.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Great. Now, what are the most watched shows on Netflix? This is on Wikipedia. And notoriously, Netflix doesn't really release this information, so...
Or they do it weird. They'll do like a minute. Like, so I just saw this. And congrats to Dumal and Minka Kelly, friends of the pod.
Ransom Canyon.
Ransom Canyon has 2.6 billion minutes viewed. And to put it in perspective, Mobland, which I love and is seemingly a hit, everyone I know is watching it, had like 580 million. So
Wow.
a 4.5x of second place.
Ooh-wee.
But they do minutes, right? So that's an interesting way to quantify it.
Interesting.
As opposed to like households who watched it.
Is it minutes or hours?
Minutes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is just Wikipedia. Oh, and it's most popular television series by hours watched in their first 28 days. Number 1 is Squid Game season 1.
Yeah.
Stranger Things
Oh, yeah.
is number 2. 3 is Wednesday.
Okay.
4 is Squid Game season 2.
Mm-hmm.
5 is Dahmer Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story.
Wow. I wouldn't have picked that up just from walking around and people telling me to watch stuff.
Yeah.
That one's a surprise for me.
6 is Money Heist. That was a big
European
show. Yes. I think maybe it was in Spanish, I think.
Yeah, Anna turned us on to
She
it.
loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. 6 is Money Heist Part 5.
Okay.
Interesting. 7, 8, and 9 are Bridgerton, season 1, 2, and 3.
Uh-huh.
And then 10, Money Heist Part 4.
Okay.
11, Stranger Things.
I need to give Money Heist another shot. It was subtitled?
Yeah, I think so. I know
Yeah.
I would watch that. I'm still in ER.
Oh, I know what I started, which is so fucking good.
The Pit?
Deli Boys.
Oh, I want to
Have you
watch
tried?
Deli
You gotta
Boys.
try it.
Yeah, I want to.
It's such a unique tone that they are pulling off beautifully.
Nice.
It's fantastic.
Cool. I love that.
You know, I like discovering these hiccups in my thinking.
Uh-huh.
And so there's a joke in Deli Boys.
Mm-hmm.
They have to deal with this Italian mob boss quite often.
Mm-hmm.
And they're Pakistani. And the patriarch of, not even the patriarch, one of the partners in the criminal organization, an older guy, he hates Indians, right? He's constantly talking about how he hates Indians. And so he's sitting across from this Italian mobster and he says, Pakistani, but I'm telling the truth. Indians are terrible. And the Italian goes, oh, I thought you were Indian. And he goes, no, I'm not. They are our mortal enemy. And then the Italian mobster goes, so you guys look identical to each other and you hate one another? And he goes, oh, Cookie just got canceled. He's like then they all laugh. The notion of a mobster could get canceled.
Oh, that's funny.
But then I was like, I think people do go, how do these two people hate each other so much? They're clearly related.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, yeah, I would never think that about the Irish and the English.
Exactly.
The French and the English.
Yeah.
And then I wondered if people in India are looking at those people going like, wait, you guys are the same people. Why are you fighting?
Well,
I wonder if it's like whatever in-group you're in, it seems crazy on the outside.
it's always about land and
Religion often.
religion, but yeah, who owns what? And
Yeah.
that's very timely because India and Pakistan were
Well, this was obviously made before they've
Yeah.
now launched missiles at each
exactly,
other.
but they're in a ceasefire.
Yeah.
But anyway. Okay, Seth MacFarlane and Nick, that conversation, that's the SAG-AFTRA Foundation YouTube.
Yeah.
So you can watch that there if you're interested in animation.
Pretty unique conversation.
Okay, the seasons of Seth MacFarlane shows, how many? Family Guy, 23 seasons. American Dad, 19 seasons. Cleveland Show, 4 seasons.
46.
Wow.
46 seasons of television.
That's really it.
That's all the facts.
Yeah.
Well, Nick Kroll, we love you.
Well, there
We
was one
pray
more,
for your
not really a fact.
Speedy recovery.
He's going to be sick for another 10 years or so.
Yeah. Like six more years he's got of being sick. We're not sick anymore.
Well, you kind of are. You're still kind of sick.
Probably more sick than I was pre-kids in general.
Yeah.
But like they just stop putting their fingers in each other's mouths and butts. And like they get a little more separated as they get older.
Speaking of kids,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I was going to bring this up, but why not?
Yeah, why not? I said I was racist,
Well, no, this isn't negative towards kids.
Oh, right. I'm just saying I revealed a lot that I had some vestigial racial thinking that I caught myself.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Mother's Day we just had Mother's Day, right?
Yeah.
It's getting increasingly harder for me.
Okay.
And I think for like so many reasons that feel overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I'm just tracking that.
Mm-hmm.
That it's starting to feel really tough. I'm glad I go home. I've gone home the last couple of years, and it's nice to be with my mom. And I know it makes them very happy. So I like doing that. But there is something about being there that's hard. When I'm there, especially for moments, events, yearly events, the passage, like time starts to feel very oppressive.
Yeah.
The passage of time.
Yeah.
You know, we go to the same places, and you know, I'm going to this like mall that I went to when I was in high school, and to see it be so much the same and also so different, it's just, it feels sad. It feels melancholic.
Right.
And then seeing my parents age is so hard.
The lack of permanence to everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can Buddhism, I know.
Yeah.
And when I'm not there, I can detach from it when I'm here.
And you can keep it time locked in your mind and memory.
Yes. And I think I can just compartmentalize and like they're there and that's happening, but I'm not seeing day to day, like the little things that are changing. So it's kind of hard to be there, even though I'm glad I make that decision. That's a little hard. And then I also know being here would be hard because all of my friends have kids.
Yeah.
And that is painful in its own way. And like, it just feels sort of like this day's hard.
Is it painful because you feel like you're missing out on the mothering experience, or is it painful because you feel excluded from your friends in a way? Which pain is it?
I think it's both. I think it's so tricky because it's not like on a day to day, I think, of the pain of not having children. But on that day,
yes,
I am aware. I'm just very aware that I don't.
Yeah.
And that it wasn't really a choice. It's just the way my life went, right?
Unfolded.
Yeah. It unfolded in this way. I made decisions that took me in certain places. I'm not married to my high school sweetheart. I didn't have one, you know, and yeah, I'm just like aware, like, oh, my life didn't go that way.
Right.
And yes, I can still make decisions that might lead to that, but it's different. It's like really different now. Me having a kid now is a real choice. It is not like, oh, I fell in love with this person and then maybe we'll have kids. That's the next step. I have to make.
I'm pregnant. What do we do? Fuck it, let's do it. Yeah.
It's real hard decision making.
Yeah.
And that's an annoying thing to have to think about.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I'm just sharing it was a hard day.
Closer or further?
I don't know.
Right.
Like it makes me feel like, oh, I wish I had that. But does it make me feel like I'm going to take those steps to do it?
If I were you, I would just want to be crystal clear if it is a desire to have the experience versus the A student in you.
I know.
That's hard to know which is driving it. But I think one is worth chasing and one is worth overcoming.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Again, that's a question that I have to ask, that I'm kind of resentful that I have to ask. Resentful towards towards life, I guess, because I know that if I was married and in a partnership, I would have kids.
Right.
I would want that.
Yeah.
So
what does a guy in your situation do? Like, what does this 37-year-old guy who can't go get a donor?
Well, they could.
I mean, yeah, they could, and then they got to get a surrogate, and it's definitely more complicated. You're a stop at a sperm bank away from having a kid.
Well, maybe.
Maybe because of fertility,
exactly.
but you know, like a dude who's not loaded and can't pay for a surrogate and a egg and all that stuff. I wonder how they wrestle with it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I assume it's the same feeling and the same thing. Like, I guess I have to figure out if I'm gonna like just be with a person I don't want to be with, or take those steps. In some ways, I mean, it's all hard, but I think for a man, if they have the means, I mean, a lot of women don't have the means to do any of this either.
So how much is a sperm donor? That's not terribly expensive.
But
is it?
your egg, like, do retrievals, and it's expensive.
Well, but let's just say you
have to remove the eggs in order to make the embryo to implant.
They can't put a baster in you and do it?
Oh, they can
while
try
you're ovulating?
it. Yeah, some people, that works for some people. It's pretty hard for it to take, but it works for some people. But then if that doesn't work, you spent money doing that, and then you have to, it's a lot.
Right.
But for a man, they can make the embryo, they'll take the egg, the sperm, they'll make the embryo, and then they'll implant it into a surrogate.
Yeah, I imagine that's a pricey endeavor.
I'm sure. Fertility is so expensive. Another thing that's a cost that it wouldn't be a cost. I mean, having kids is an insane cost in general, but
to your mental health.
Diapers, ding, ding, ding. That came up in Nick Kroll's fact.
Dipes.
Your dipes, and they went bankrupt.
Yeah, my dipes went bankrupt.
Bad for business. Anyway, I just thought I would share it because I'm sure it's complicated for a lot of people.
Surely. Mother's Day.
For so many reasons.
Carrie sent me this incredible post that a girl at our high school had put on Facebook. And she was a grade younger than us, I believe. I didn't recognize her right away, but it was this really heartfelt, beautiful post about the complicated nature of Mother's Day and how she basically had to say goodbye to her mom at 16 because the mom moved to Arizona and the mom was not healthy mom. Mm-hmm. And so this girl was going to my school, living on her own.
Oh my God.
Paying for an apartment.
Ugh.
She sent it to me because she goes, side note, that's fun. I was once in detention and Dax Shepard said to me, what'd they put you in for?
Oh, that's funny.
And then went on to say, don't worry about all this. Your life's really going to start in 2 minutes. And I know mine's not ending here in this.
Oh, wow.
So she claimed, whether I said that or not, who knows? Maybe in her mind I said that. But I'm delighted that on that detention we had, like a fun.
Yeah, an interaction.
Yeah, but it was just a really sweet post and a reminder of like, man, some kids, like the experience can be so radical. Carrie sent it to me going, I'm such a fucking asshole for bitching about my two loving parents who, whatever.
Yeah. But
there's kids in your high school that are like, they're supporting themselves and living in an apartment.
Yeah.
And they don't have any parents.
Yeah. It's bad.
Okay.
Anyway, well, that's it.
All right. Love you.
Love you.